Next is Part 3. Here, you will have to discuss and then make a decision on a specific question. This part lasts for about 4 to 5 minutes in total. In this part, you and your partner have to discuss together on a topic given by the examiner and then answer some follow-up questions. Finally, each of you is given up to 1 minute to answer a broadening out question. Here is a sample of question for Part 3. You and your partner will be asked to complete a discussion task based on a mind map. You and your partner should contribute to the discussion equally. You don't get extra points for speaking more. Give your opinions on something and then ask your partner a question. You can even ask your partner to respond to your ideas and vice versa. Finally, you will be given an extension question which is broader in scope on the same topic, and each of you will have the chance to answer. Remember, the final question in Part 3 is an extension question. Please pay attention to the sample here. I'll just give you a few seconds to read the task. So what do the examiners want to see here? The interlocutor will ask you an open-ended question related to the topic you discussed in Part 3. In expressing your opinions, you may or may not discuss this question together with your partner. This conversation will be between you and your partner, although the interlocutor might take part in the discussion if you're going off the topic or running out of ideas. You only have up to a minute to answer this. In answering an extension question, try to showcase a range of speaking ability using many of the functions and grammar. For example, language for giving opinions and justifying choices. You will also need a range of language for interaction. For example, expressions for agreeing and disagreeing, language for turn-taking, expressions for opening and closing a discussion, as well as moving a discussion along. Now, let's look at the sample videos for Part 3. This video will show B1 and A2 candidates answering Part 3.
Online shopping is gaining popularity in our country. Here are some reasons why people shop online and a question for you to discuss. First, you have some time to look at the task. Now, talk to each other about the reasons why people shop online.
I believe people shop online because there is no crowd, so they don't have to line up. And also, it is time saving. What do you think, Nabil?
I think shop online trending. People will follow.
Why?
Many famous people sell stuffs. Shop online, wide variety. Shopee, Lazada. Shop online, convenient, easy for people.
I agree with Nabil, and I also believe that online shopping offers better prices than buying in store.
Thank you. Now you have about a minute to decide together which is the most popular reason people shop online.
We agree that the reason people shop online is because it offers better prices than buying in store.
I agree.
Thank you. Can I have the booklet, please? You've been talking about why people shop online. Now, let's hear your opinion on this. In what ways does advertising on social media influence people's buying behavior?
I think advertising on social media influence people buying behavior because when they scroll through social media, they see the item and they will want to buy the item.
Nabil, how about you?
Advertising, social media, Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, people buy.
Thank you, Nabil and Khalis. That's the end of the speaking test.
Khalis is able to express himself clearly, though there is some hesitation. He maintains and develops the discussion only with slight difficulty. Nabil communicates with some accuracy despite hesitation. He is able to understand most of the questions and instructions directed at him slowly. He can provide basic information using short phrases and requires some prompting and support. This video will show B2 and B1 candidates answering Part 3.
Alright, let's begin with the discussion task. Online shopping is gaining popularity in our country. Here are some reasons why people shop online and a question for you to discuss. First, you have some time to look at the task. Now talk to each other about the reasons why people shop online.
One of the popular reasons why people shop online is because they do not have to face the crowd. There tend to be long queues at supermarkets, especially after work hours or during festive season, and this can come off as an inconvenience to some people. When people shop online, they do not have to park and they do not have to queue. And they also can save their time by not queuing or parking to shop for items. This will be very convenient, especially for mothers, for instance, who have to tend for their children, in which they do not have to leave their children unattended at home. Another reason why people shop online is because they can buy items at online shops for better prices, because everyone loves items that are more reasonably priced. They can also use coupons and vouchers to cut costs. What about you, Dinesh? Why do you think people shop online?
Why I think people shop online is because it's more convenient. Because when you shop online, you can access it through your phone, and everyone has their phones around them. Another reason is because it has a wide variety in choices. when you shop online, you can easily look up on what you want. The last point is follow the trend. Nowadays, online shopping has gained much more popularity since before.
Thank you. Now you have about a minute to decide together which is the most popular reason people shop online.
We both agree that the most popular reason why people shop online is because they can shop at better prices. Personally, as a student, I will always prefer to buy items at a lower price so that I can save as much money as I can.
I agree with her because personally, when I go for shopping, I look for the cheapest items.
Thank you. Can I have the booklet, please? You've been talking about why people shop online. Now let's hear your opinion on this. In what ways does advertising in social media influence people's buying behavior?
I agree that advertising on social media does influence other people's buying behavior. Nowadays, it is a trend to have accounts with large followers advertising items that they sell online in their content posts, which is why we call these accounts as influencers, because they influence their followers and their target audience to buy what they wear or tell.
I think big companies take this as an opportunity to advertise more and more, so people that scroll through social media can learn what they sell.
Thank you, Dinesh and Sasha. That's the end of the speaking test.
Sasha is able to initiate the discussion by giving suggestions for why people shop online. She uses questions to invite and probe her partner relating to her contributions to what she says and negotiating towards an outcome. While Dinesh is able to express himself clearly. He maintains and develops the discussion, though there is some hesitation. This video will show C1 and B2 candidates answering Part 3.
Now, I'd like you to talk about something together for about 3 minutes. The task will have 2 parts. In the first part, you will discuss something with each other for about 2 minutes. Then, in the second part, you will have another minute to make a decision together. Alright? Let's begin with the discussion task. Online shopping is gaining popularity in our country. Here are some reasons why people shop online and a question for you to discuss. First, have some time to look at the task. Now talk to each other about the reasons why people shop online.
So Hazel, I think people shop online because generally they are able to avoid the crowds that are there during peak hours. What do you think?
I absolutely agree with you, Nina. Also, when people shop online, they are able to save time. This is because nowadays, a lot of us are very busy, so it is difficult for us to go to the stores. But instead, the stores come to us. And also, I would like to add that when shopping online, we are able to get better prices. This is because we can compare within the same app or between different sites to get the best price for us.
I absolutely agree. But I would also like to add that people do shop online because it is more convenient. Everything is literally at the tips of your fingers. You don't have to go out, you don't have to go through congested traffic, and you can just get your things delivered to you. And I also think that people shop online because we are able to access a wider variety of options, because there are things that are not available in our country that you can get by shopping online.
That is correct, Nina. Also, I would like to add that by shopping online, we are able to follow the current trends. For instance, say for example, there is an influencer or an artist that I like wearing an item that I am particularly interested in. But the said item is not available here in Malaysia. Maybe it is sold in the United States or Korea or Japan. And back in those days, obviously it would be difficult for me to get the item. But with online shopping, I can just order the item and the said item that I like would be delivered right in front of my doorstep.
Thank you. Can I have the booklet, please? You've been talking about why people shop online. Now let's hear your opinion on this. In what ways does advertising on social media influence people's buying behavior?
Alright, so when it comes to social media, and for example, I would give Instagram, there is this thing called an algorithm, whereby each algorithm would cater to the user's interest within the app. This is why, if you notice that when we scroll to our Instagram or we watch Instagram stories, we would be bombarded by advertisement of products that we like. So this is why I believe that this social media advertisement would inherently influence people's buying decision.
What do you think, Nina?
I think social media influences people's buying behavior by repeatedly promoting their products through influences. When I see my favorite influencers wearing something that I am particularly interested in, I feel inclined to buy it and have it for myself. And I also feel like I need to have it to keep up with the current trends.
Thank you, Hazel. Thank you, Nina. That's the end of the speaking test.
Hazel understands questions and instructions directed at her with ease, including those on more complex topics. She's able to maintain and develop the interaction effectively and can produce extended relevant stretches of language. In Part 3, she is able to link her contributions to her partners and give appropriate responses to the questions asked. She maintains a flow to the discussion and negotiates towards an outcome, adding her views to her partners. Nina displays confidence when talking about online shopping in a very natural way and is able to initiate, maintain, and develop the conversation with ease.